this whole green movement that I've been discussing during the show? They're training you to use less. Sustainability is a buzzword for your slavery, for you paying taxes on your garbage, on your home because it's too big, on your power bill because you use too much, on your car because of its gas efficiency. Microsoft debuts power conservation website. Microsoft Corp on Wednesday unveiled its home website designed to help residential power consumers save money and reduce their environmental impact by conserving energy. They're not going to be saving money, folks. They're going to jack up the price of power. That's the plan. That's what we've been telling you from day one. These smart grids, these control grids, are only going to allow them to cap what you can use and charge you more for it. That's what this is about. Microsoft has been selling technology to the energy industry for years and is now targeting the home power market as the weak economy forces consumers to find ways to save money. And the government prepares to mandate the use of renewable and energy efficient to curb carbon emissions. It's about a carbon tax. You want to know when we can win? We can win this one. We can stop the carbon tax. You can tell your congressman, your state senator, your city councilman, your local mayor, your governor right now, you are not going to stand for a carbon tax that is based on junk science when we know that the global warming or climate change that is actually occurring is due to the sun getting hotter. It's something, the idea of which has been around for decades. Again, Kissinger was a huge proponent of unifying the Middle East, and if you read the Project for a New American Century documents, rebuilding America's defenses, that was one of the objectives, one of the goals, was to take over the entire Middle East. I would say the biggest issue that we have in and around the Middle East right now is probably India. Pakistan is a total and complete puppet government. They're at the will and mercy of U.S. intelligence. So really, Iran to me is that last domino. The question is, has that domino fallen, and is this all kind of a show until they can come up with a better plan? I mean, again, in the 50s, Mossadegh was an elected leader. He was a secular guy. He had decided that he was no longer going to give in to British interests and start giving the profits to the people and try to bring his nation up into second world status at the time. And he was actually, Iran was able to do that even without him, but not ever able to get up to first world status. And what did? They took out Mossadegh by bombing mosques, putting out pamphlets by these bombings and saying up with Mossadegh, framing him for them, and then putting in the Shah, which then tried to radicalize Muslims. And of course we know that in the in the late 70s with the October surprise, intelligence worked with some of these Iranian hostage takers in order to really, put that albatross around Jimmy Carter's neck. Again, Jimmy Carter, not the greatest guy out there. He's a member of the elite squad. He goes to the Bohemian Grove Club. He knows a lot about these organizations. But at the same time, they just tried to kill him a week and a half ago in Israel. He's out there on the road trying to have peace in the Middle East, trying to defend the Palestinians from the ever-encroaching police state genocide at the hands of the Israelis on that Gaza Strip. I mean, the information from there is just unbelievable. So they try to take this guy's life, and then they blame it on, I think they tried to blame it on, I think even though it was Hamas and police that found him and thwarted it, Israeli intelligence was trying to blame it on Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda every time. It's just like, let me give you an example of this whole Al-Qaeda myth. Pakistani officials behind killing of 11 French engineers. High-ranking Pakistani officials were behind the killing of 11 French shipbuilding engineers in Karachi 7 years ago. 2 French judges have ruled. Until now, who did they blame? Al-Qaeda had been blamed for the bomb attacks on a bus in 2002 that killed 11 engineers and 3 Pakistanis. According to the media reports, and again, the intelligence agencies are very well aware of this, and they kind of go at each other on these separate levels. The French Secret Service retaliated after the 2002 attack, not by going after Al-Qaeda, but by breaking the legs of 2 Pakistani Navy admirals and killing a lower-ranking officer. So really, it's my opinion that if they can get Iran under their thumb further, and they can really get them into the fold, that will be really the last big piece in this Eurasian Union that they're trying to set up. Until the end. I wanted to touch on this. Saw the story earlier in the week. Now there's a video out of Bloomberg
Tonight's the
You don't think gold and silver are a good investment? Yeah, that's why there's now mobile gold vending machines. That's how hot gold is right now. Let's play it out of Bloomberg.
Well, first it was soft drinks, then cash. Now a German company plans to install vending machines where you can get gold. The German company TG Gold Supermarket says it plans to install as many as 500 gold bar vending machines in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. The company opened its first machine at a Frankfurt airport yesterday. The machines sell 1, 5, and 10-gram bars. A 1-gram gold bar currently sells for about 30 euros. Now, the owner of the company told the Financial Times that Germans like to hold a chunk of their assets in gold since many of them or their ancestors lost everything during the first 2 world wars.
Ah, see? Smartening up. Notice they're not coming to the United States because we're so fluoridated we wouldn't want them. We don't understand why gold is a good option. Meanwhile, they're censoring Google in China, and China is just praised all over the world. Oh, we love you, China. Walmart is a good thing. Let's redistribute the car industry over there. Yay! Lest I be accused of not covering this one, government asked to dismiss Geronimo lawsuit. Those in the know that the Apache's leader's descendants seek remains allegedly stolen by Skull and Bones, the Yale Society. The U.S. Justice Department asked federal judges to dismiss a lawsuit brought by descendants of the Apache leader Geronimo, whose remains were reported to be stolen long ago by members of a secret society at Yale University. In fact, Prescott Bush, the former president's grandfather, is said to be one of the guys that actually did this. The government filed a motion June 10th to oppose a lawsuit filed in February by 20 of Geronimo's descendants who want to rebury the warrior near his birthplace in the southern New Mexico Gila Wilderness. Geronimo died in 1909. The lawsuit alleges that Skull and Bones members took some of the remains in 1918 from a burial plot in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, to keep it in its New Haven, Connecticut clubhouse. Both Presidents Bush, Massachusetts, Senator John Kerry, and many others in powerful government and industry positions are members of the society, which is not affiliated with the University.
Do you understand how dark it is? How far down the line we are? How late it is?